Morning everybody, how are you doing out there? It's Little Learners in Leeds here again this morning. Thanks for all the love. I'm Kirsty, if you've not joined us before, and I've got my amazing team who've been brilliant the last few weeks helping me out doing these. I've got Harry, say hi Harry.
Hello.
And Sammy as well.
Hi.
So we've got a lovely class for you today. We're going to be thinking about zigzag mark making today, and we're going to be meeting our monster friend Ziggy. Can you see Ziggy here? So Ziggy makes zigzag marks, and if you can see on here, his zigzag marks are very pointy. They go up and down and up and down. And when we're making our zigzag marks, we've got to get really clever at changing the way that our pen or our paint goes, or our finger. Okay, so that's what we're going to be practicing a lot today, is making these very pointy marks and learning to change our direction. So again, as usual, we've got some things that you can join in with us now, and then we've got some ideas that hopefully you'll be able to do later on today as well, or maybe over the weekend. So first of all, as always, we're going to practice our zigzag marks with our bodies. So grab yourselves, if you can, something to do your dance marks with. So a scarf, a towel, what else do we normally say? I've forgotten, a cloth. Whatever you've got, see what you can grab. Do you guys want to grab something out there? I've got the bells at the moment. A bit nice.
I thought we were not going to bother with this.
Okay, now. Okay, so when we do our zigzag marks, okay, they are very pointy. So what we do when we do them, okay, is we do them, we go zig, and then we change direction and we go zag. Okay, and we change again, zig, and zag, and zig, and zag. Shall we try it again? Okay, we'll go across this time, guys, all right? So we'll go up this time. Zig, zag, zig, zag, zig, zag, zig, zag. Brilliant. Should we do some really fast with zigzag marks? Yeah, Sammy, do you want to go really, really fast? You ready? I'll go behind you. Are you ready? We'll go down very quick. Zigzag, 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 zigzag. Ready? And back up. Zigzag, 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 zigzag. Brilliant, guys. Now, pop your fingers down. I was wondering if we can see some zigzag marks on different parts of our bodies. Okay, because I was noticing that if I show you my hand there, you might be able to see a zigzag mark between my fingers. Can you see a zigzag mark between your fingers? Okay, Harry, can you see any zigzag marks anywhere with your body? Is there anything you can think of that would make a zigzag mark?
Put down here.
That is a little bit, especially if you hold your arm up like that. Yeah. We could go zig, zag. Well done, Harry.
Right,
Sammy, have you got any ideas?
I have to kind of sit down.
Oh, we can't see you down there very well just at the moment.
I can sit on something.
Okay. Yeah, you. Yeah, go on then. What are you going to do? Oh, so yeah, I can see it. I can probably hold my foot up to show what you're doing. He's showing it here with his ankle, a zigzag shape there. Fantastic. I was thinking, what about this one, guys? Can you do this? Yeah?
Yeah.
And then in here, we can see a zigzag shape, can't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can anybody make a triangle with their fingers like this? Can you make a bit of a triangle shape? Yeah? And then in here, we can also see some of Ziggy's marks, because Ziggy's marks are in shapes like triangles. They're in star shapes. Yeah, we will be looking for those today. Okay, now, as I said earlier, when we make Ziggy marks, one of the things they're one of the harder marks to make. And one of the reasons is when we make them, we have to stop and we have to change direction, okay, to make those points. So we've got a little game now. Now this is a good game if you're going out for a walk today and you come to a bit of an open space where you can play around. This is a really good game for it. It's called the stop-go game, okay? And what you basically do, okay, is one person becomes the caller, and the other people have to run round, just in a small space, and they can run round, dance round, whatever they want, and then the caller shouts, stop, okay? And you have to freeze. And then you've got to change direction, and then you go again. All right, so we've only got a small space here, but we'll show you roughly how it works, and it's really good practice for learning to change direction. Okay, are we ready then, guys? Shall we do the stop go game?
The
You
car
ready?
usually has something that you can make a loud noise.
Yeah, I've got it to you today, but you can just use your voice as well.
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, so are you ready, guys? Ready, go! Oh, all right, I know we're in a small space, do it best you can. Okay, and stop! Change direction. And go! So obviously, if you imagine it, if we're outside, we've got a lot more space. Stop! Change direction. Turn your body around and go! Brilliant, guys. One more go. Stop! Change direction. Move your body around. Move your body around, Sam. And go! Brilliant. Thank you for playing along with that, boys. Okay, so that's a good game just to get you used to that idea of changing direction. So what we've got now is some different activities to help with zigzag mark making and just some messy play fun as well this morning. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to show you how to make some grass and leaf monsters. Okay, so I'm just going to move us down a little bit. Beautiful. Okay, right, we'll get our things out. Maybe Sam, can you bring those over? Right, so this morning we've been outside. Now again, this is a nice one you can do if you're going out for a walk today. It's meant to be nice weather again today. Okay, so if you're going out for a walk, this is a really easy thing to do. All we did this morning, bring it up, is we went out and we collected loads of different bits from outside. Grass, some dandelions, some leaves. I think there's some sticks and some stones in there too. Okay, so the boys both collected lots of different things. Okay, Sam, so I'm going to put yours there. Yeah, don't worry, honey. Okay, and there's yours. You want to come here and do it so we can see you? Right, and Harry's got his box of things here too. Okay, and what the other things we've got got some eyes and some different mouth shapes and maybe some different antlers, things that can be noses. Okay, these are just printed off. I think they're just from the internet, but you could easily just draw them on a piece of paper or card and cut them out. Okay, and depending on the age of the child, it's something that they can do themselves, or you could get ready for them before it as well. Okay, and basically what we do is we use the grass and things and we make our own grass monsters. So I'm going to let the boys, Sammy's already getting busy. Okay, now again, this would be a fantastic one to do actually outside. Okay, and we can just use the grass to fashion the bodies and make our monsters look whichever way we want them to look, and then use the eyes. What you want there, Sam? Yeah? Just I'll pull them over to you.
Where's the... Oh, here it is.
Yeah?
Actually, I might actually do a happy monster.
Is it going to be a happy monster, Sammy, did you say?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'll do some... Whatever this is.
What's that going to be?
Nose.
It's going to be his nose.
Horns.
Okay, so if you're finding sometimes that they're getting fed up when you're going out because you're going walking in the same places a lot, this is a little activity you can even stop and do just while you're out. So if you've got a bit of open space, take along a little set of eyes and noses and things. Or again, it's a great garden activity. And the best thing is it costs you pretty much nothing as well. How are we doing, guys? Have we got monsters to show yet?
Yeah.
Get in there.
Just get on.
Fantastic. So I think, hopefully, I'm going to try and do a good bit of camera work, not too wobbly, and be able to show you, Sammy, you've not got that right, the monsters that we've made here. Yeah, and there's Sammy's monster and Harry's monster. Okay.
I put a big leaf in somewhere.
Yeah.
Where is it? A big leaf.
Fantastic. So just for now, guys, can we pop your monsters back on the tray?
Oh, here's a big leaf.
There you go, and it's just a fun, a messy activity. We're trying to think of some easy things that we can do when we're at home and we've got things to hand. Okay, that we can use. Brilliant. Right, so that was our first activity today. Okay, our next activity is actually a mark making activity, and it's obstacle mark making. So Sammy, can I just move you to one side slightly? Okay, this is another really easy activity. You go, Sam. Okay, you just need a big piece of paper. Now this is just parcel paper. Anything you've got, like we said, you can open up, like we said before, old wrapping paper, wallpaper, whatever you can get your hands on at the moment. Okay, and some pens. You can do it with paints, you can do it with crayons, chalks, whatever you've got. You could chalk it outside as well. And it's obstacle mark making. What you do, you just get some different obstacles. We've just got some wooden bricks here. Could be any sort of toys, it really doesn't matter. Use things that your child's interested in. And what you do then is you make a little obstacle course on your paper. So that's what the boys are going to do now.
I'm going to do more like a swirl mark.
Okay. Maybe make yours coming up here a bit as well, Harry. So yeah, these are just old, not even old, they're just wooden blocks. Okay, like I say, you could go around cars, you could go around whichever toys your child likes playing with at the moment. Okay, and you're just placing them on the paper.
There we go.
Okay, and then when you're happy with what you've done, you grab yourselves a pen or paints, however messy you want to get, or some chalks. Okay, and your job then is to make your marks go round the obstacles, and it's developing that motor control and the mark making control. Now, as it's Ziggy week, okay, we'd be encouraging if you can get your objects into lines, and then you can be encouraging them to try and make points around the objects as well. Sammy's gone more curly around his. Again, this is a really quick activity you can get out, and you can do it lots of times. You can change your obstacle course.
Joined onto Harry's a bit.
Oh, brilliant. Fantastic.
So I'm going to try this whole one now.
Yeah, and you could try each other's obstacle courses, can't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so if you've got an older child, it's nice to then get the younger child to practice following the marks that the older ones made as well, which will bring on their mark making.
There we go.
There we go. Okay, and then you can move your objects and you can make a new course as well. Okay, and obviously the closer you put your objects together, the harder the mark making is. So these ones are really close together, so to try and get zigzags in and out of them is much harder.
Alright, I'm trying to do that.
Okay, do you want to have a go at it? So put them closer together, it makes it harder to do.
I'm doing zigzag marks as well. Here we go.
There we go. So it's a fun mark making activity, and you can have the fun of collecting the objects first to do it with as well. Okay guys, should we put that one to one side now? Mm-hmm. Yeah, do you enjoy that, Sammy? Yeah? So that's our obstacle mark making.
Kind of looks like a mountain though.
Yeah, can you quickly just pop those back in there for me, guys? Good stuff. Now we've just got one more activity to show you today, which is another zigzag activity, and it does practice early mark making on that control. So I'm just come off this paper, and it's our Zig Zag racing game. Let's move this out of the way. Okay. Now we're going to do some Zig Zag races. What we've got here, I'm going to try and hold it up so you can see. Oops, hold it upside down. Okay, I've pre-drawn these. Now again, if you've got older children, you can let them do this activity themselves. Okay, with just getting some paper out, and you can draw any sort of racetracks. When my boys were younger, they absolutely loved driving the cars, so we could get big paper out and we could do races. By controlling the shape of the tracks, you're actually practicing the skills for different mark making. So today, today, because we're practicing Ziggy, Okay, we've got zigzag marks, but there's no reason you can't have round bits on your track and straight lines on your track, and you can change them up in different parts of the track as well. So what we've got today is our zigzag races. I'll just show you how long we made it. Okay, and we've got a start and an end. So we're going to put this down on the floor, and as Sammy was helpfully saying there, we have got tape in here. Why do you think we've got tape in here now, Sammy? To just stick it down onto the floor, yeah. So just a bit of masking tape to help stick it down onto the floor. Okay, Harry, can you get that out? Just let go a minute. Yeah, that's beautiful. Okay, right, it's a little bit hard to see, but hopefully by showing you the tracks to start with and what the boys are now going to do, you will be able to see how we do zigzag races. So we've got 2 tracks basically, and the boys have, we can pick out any vehicles you've got. Okay, and you basically practice racing them up and down the zigzag tracks. And again, in terms of your mark making skills, you're having to learn to stop and change direction. Okay, so what children are likely to do first is just go really fast on it. Okay, which is great, let them have loads of fun, but the chances are they won't be actually using the zigzag guidelines. So once they've had a go to refine it and improve their skills, if you get them into driving, doing the changing, and making their turns really tight, you will be developing those zigzag mark making skills. You want to have a go, right, guys? You going to have a race?
Alright.
Yeah? Okay, so that was exactly what I described there. So Sammy first of all went really fast, yeah, and missed a lot of those really tight turns and points. So this time, Sammy, I want you to do it again, and I want you to go slower and see if you can make sure you stay within those lines this time. Okay? Oh, closer. Still went over a couple of the lines. Okay. Another thing you can do, okay, is that you can sellotape a pen onto a car as well. So if you get a pen like this, okay, and you tie it to the end of onto the car, okay, when you drive it, it will actually make the zigzag, make the marks, and you'll be able to see whether you've kept in the zigzag lines or you've wobbled outside it. Okay, so that helps you to improve those marks as well. Brilliant.
A pen.
Now, I think that's pretty much our activities for this week, apart from we just wanted to show you how when you've practiced all your different zigzag marks in your playways, that a really good development once the children are old enough is to let them use the mark maker sheets, and these are free. Where's your sheets gone, Sammy? Oh, there they are. Okay, these are free on the Little Learners UK website. If you go on there, there's loads of downloads, and we are actually adding new things at the moment. There's more colouring sheets and new things, and these are what Sammy's in year 1 now, but he's still enjoying practicing these to make sure he's got his letter formation really tight. Okay, so there's all things like this. Now these are laminated ones done with a whiteboard pen, which you can do, but if not, you can just print them off and do them with pens. Okay, and they're really good. So once you've had a lot of practice, they're really good for practicing those, and they move on from the sort of shapes and patterns like that. Okay, and if you've got school age children or ready to go to school, it actually shows you which letters and numbers Ziggy's marks are used in. Okay, so hopefully you can spot in here, guys, that we've got some Ziggy marks in there and zigzag marks in those letters there. Okay, well, thank you ever so much for joining us again this week. Okay, I hope we've given you some nice ideas for today. And next week we're going to be slightly different again, because we're going live with Little Learners UK. So that's going to be 10 AM next week on the Little Learners UK Facebook page. So if you don't follow it already, best thing to do would be to go onto Little Learners UK, find the live events, give it a like or a follow, or click interested in the event, and you'll get a notification when we're about to start next week. We are going to be doing water play and potion making next week, so it's going to be a messy one. If you want to join in with us as we do it next week, if you look on the timetable when I put that out, you'll see what you need to be able to do it at the same time as us as well. So thanks ever so much for joining us. We hope we've given you some nice ideas. And what we're going to say now, guys, before we go.
Stay safe.
So we say bye.
Bye.
Bye. Have a lovely day. Stay home and stay safe, everybody. Bye now.
Bye. Bye. Oh.